Hi everyone, James Mackay here from Barbechoo.com and welcome to what is the first ever product review on the channel, and today we're looking at the ThermaQ WiFi from ETI. So I'm going to split this review into two parts. Today we're going to unbox it and get it set up, connect it to the Wi-Fi. Then in a following video we'll actually put it to use and see how it performs. So the good folks at ETI have sent over the ThermaQ WiFi for me to look at. This is the kit version, so you can buy the ThermaQ WiFi individually for £132. That doesn't come with probes or any other accessories, so if you already have ETI probes they will fit into this. This kit version then comes with probes and a little silicone bit and this little aptly named PP pod, which is a little tripod stand that this fits onto. So we'll open everything up, show you what's inside and what comes in the kit version of this. Kit version is £216, so that gets you everything you'll see here today. So before we open up the main event, we'll have a look at what else comes in the kit. So it comes with two probes. The first one is a crocodile clip PIC probe, so that'll clip onto the cooking grate of your barbecue and give you an ambient reading for inside the barbecue. The thing I like about these is they have quite a long cable, so these are a 2-meter cable. A lot of Bluetooth thermometers can tend to be quite short cables, so you have to keep it close by, whereas this gives you plenty of range to move it off to the side. The second probe then is the meat probe itself. So this will be inserted into the piece of meat you're cooking, and that will give you the internal temperature of the meat. These are all their industrial grade probes, so they are quite heavy duty. This is a really long probe, and again the long cable on them, which is 2 meters long, giving you that good range. So you also then get the little silicone boot, which the ThermaQ goes inside and just protects it a little bit. It has a thread on the back of it here, which is to connect it to the PP pod. But again, it's just an added layer of protection. I know you can get boots for the ThermaPens as well, so it's just one thing if they're being abused daily, they're the kind of thing you might want to put in it to protect it. So. And the last thing in the kit is the PP pod itself. This isn't manufactured by ETI, I don't think. It's sort of a little tripod stand, kind of the thing you would get for your smartphone or camera to add to. So I'm not sure what my thoughts are on this. It seems a little bit bulky for, the silicone bit has these little legs at the back to stand up on its own, so I'm not quite sure what this is for. I suppose it'll remain to be seen whether I actually use it or not, but to me, if it was in the silicone boot, I'm more than happy to have that standing on its own. So we'll have the PP pod if we ever need it. You should really have thought of a better name than the PP pod. So then on to the main event itself. This is the ThermaQ WiFi, so open it up and see what we get in the box. So as with all ETI thermometers, it comes with its calibration certificate, just to say that it's been tested to 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius, and the probes were both reading to that temperature. So it's good to know it's been looked at and tested, and it should be accurate, as most ETI products are. And in the box itself, you have the ThermaQ WiFi, 2 Duracell batteries, and a little screwdriver, which I assume is for accessing the battery compartment here. And it's even branded with the ETI logo, so we'll go ahead and stick the batteries into it and see how it fires up. Also comes with a little clip, so if you don't have the boot, the clip has the little thread for the PP pod to attach to as well. So. So we have it, the batteries are in, it is fired up on the screen. So controls are pretty simple. We have a start button and a min max temp button. There's a couple of LEDs here in the front just to let you know when it's active or when the alarms have been triggered. So there's a companion app that goes along with this, so the ThermaQ app controls. That's how you set all your alarms and monitor your cooks. So there's very few controls on the actual unit itself. So the probes both connect in the side here. These are the industrial connectors now. They're sort of average little mini jack style connectors, so they should give a good connection and be robust and withstand a little bit of abuse. So I've downloaded the ThermaQ companion app. First thing is then to go ahead and add the device to the app so that we can control it. We need to get this connected to the Wi-Fi network, so we'll go ahead and see how simple a process that is, and I'll let you know how I get on. So. Okay, that seems to be everything connected. Maybe wasn't quite as intuitive as I would have liked. Basically what you have to do is this will put out a small Wi-Fi signal, so you connect to it on the phone through the app, and then you use the app and the phone to register this device to your home network. There are step-by-step instructions on the screen, but it took a few attempts just to get it to work, but not too long, sort of 10 minutes, and it was up and running. So this is now showing an error on both sensors because we have nothing plugged into it obviously, but it is showing the little Wi-Fi symbol and the cloud symbol at the top, showing that we're connected to the network. One thing, sometimes these Wi-Fi thermometers can be a little bit funny with Wi-Fi extenders, so I'm currently connected to a Wi-Fi extender in my backyard. Everything seems to be working fine, it's still showing full signal, so hopefully that won't be an issue with this. So the little plastic clip that comes with it, this also has these little legs on the bottom. So again, I don't understand what the PP pod's for. This stands up perfectly fine on its own, even with the connectors on it. There's also a little hook at the top here, which will allow you to hook it onto something if that makes it easier for you. So the PP pod, really, they sell it on their website for I think £12 plus VAT. To me, leave it out of the kit and make the kit a little bit cheaper. You could probably bring it down to £199. You know, make it a little bit more affordable for people. Because this is not the prettiest thing in the world to have sitting beside your barbecue. So that's the ThermaQ fully mounted to the PP pod. I just don't see a need for it. This is not required. It's sitting in little legs at the bottom of the stand, or if it's in the boot, it will sit under that fine, so I'm more than happy to use that. I don't see me using this stand very much. So it should mention build quality, and the initial impressions are that it seems like a pretty solid little unit. I've had a couple of Bluetooth thermometers in the past, and if you've ever seen inside one, which I hope you haven't because chances are you've probably broke it then, but it's literally just a small PCB board, and the vast majority of it's actually aesthetic casing. So this actually feels there's some substantial hardware inside it, so it feels that I could throw it about and not actually do any harm to it, but I'm not going to. But so it's made from the same plastic as the ThermaPen, which has the Biomaster technology in it. Biomaster technology is basically they add silver to the plastic during the manufacturing process, and this helps with the antibacterial qualities of the unit itself, so it helps prevent against sort of cross-contamination when working with food. So we'll take a quick look at the probes. This is the temperature probe protecting the internal temperature of the meat. Again, I like that they come in these little plastic wallets, so it gives you somewhere to store them. I know in the past for other thermometers, there's different ways of storing them. I know the iGrill comes with them little magnetic clips, but it's quite a fiddle to get them wrapped in around that, and again I just ended up not doing it, so the probes were left in the drawer, and I just think they were getting damaged, so it's nice to have something big that I can just slide these back inside and I know they're kept safe. So open them out. So this is the probe end, again a little rubber boot at the bottom to keep it safe. They're a nice long probe, so if you're cooking with larger cuts of meat, you should have no problems getting that into the centre part to give you an accurate reading. They have a little spring joint here to stop the wire getting kinked. And then, like I said, 2 metre cable, and then these sort of industrial connectors at the bottom. There is a certain way these go in. There is a positive and a negative. So on the side of the unit, the positive is always to the top. So just make sure whenever you're plugging them in that you add them the right way. You just line them up and then they snap in, so it's a good connection on them. So So that's the meat probe. Let's take a quick look at the grill probe. So again, similar 2-meter cable. This one's a little different. There's a crocodile clip on the end, and this is the thermocouple that will actually take the temperature. It looks a little bit unfinished to me. I know they do a version with a shield over it, which is more like a regular pit probe, but this just seems a little bit unfinished to me, so I'll need to be careful I don't damage that, I think. But other than that, again, same sturdy connector, nice long cable. Crocodile clip's a nice little feature to actually clip it onto the grate, so again, line up positive and negative. So after a few seconds that should start to take a reading. Yep, there we go. So both probes are working fine. Again, the next video we are going to take a look and actually use this, and I'll show you how to set up the app, how to set up the cook on the app, and we'll run through something just and see what the alarms are like and how it takes temperature. One thing I have noticed is that there's no backlight in the screen, so it's an LCD screen, but there's no backlight unlike the ThermaPen where they added the backlight to it. So in bright sunny days, I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to read, but again, we'll find that out by using it. So that was the initial unboxing of the ThermaQ Wi-Fi. In the next video we'll go ahead and set a cook up and we'll give it a go and see how it performs, what the app's like to use and how the alarms are. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope to do a lot more reviews on the channel and feature different items like this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode.